podcast is to find out how you are successful, because we want to be like you.
Oh,
so how,
that's scary.
I know. And that's no pressure, I swear.
No, it's scary
you
because
have so much data science knowledge, and it's so cool.
Thank you. I mean, I don't really feel like I'm like, when I have friends like Guy Sankari and Dennis Rothman and Marcin Bairds, and it's amazing to me that they ever look up to me. I guess they look up to me for certain reasons, and I look up to them for certain reasons. But I'm blown away that I know plenty of people smarter than me, is what I'm saying. And I just love learning and growing. I would say to anyone, don't get caught up in imposter syndrome, or if you're not as smart as person A or B, just enjoy growing and learning. That, to me, that's the word I want to give to every young data scientist. And also, please, it wasn't until my current role that I even had a data science job title. Was I doing predictive analytics and data automation and data science before that? Absolutely, as much as I could, because I loved it. But I never stopped to think, oh, I really need a data science role title. And now that's the biggest caution I give young people when they're all worried about getting into data science. Be a data scientist then. Just do it, no matter what your role. Use it to benefit your current job.
You know the meetup and that is in Boise.
Yes, I love being part of it. You do a great job leading it.
Well, most of the people that are involved in it, and even a lot of the people that present, they're not data scientists by
That's
title.
a good
They
point.
just love doing analytics. They're software engineers, they're product developers or owners or managers, and they just love data science or love analytics. And we were even having this question, like, if you have the title of bioinformatics, is it different or better than data analytics or analyst or scientist? And I'm like, who cares, as long as you love what you're doing?
Anyone that knows the LinkedIn community well will probably know Angela Baltis. And she's just this beautiful woman that went through hell to get her PhD in bioinformatics. Is anyone going to say she's not a data scientist? You better not, or I'll be there to slap you. Because she's just a brilliant woman, but more than anything, she was a phoenix. She went through hell to get to where she is. And she has a quite, dramatic story, but, people telling her she wasn't good enough. And she only recently started I got my GED. And I'm like, well, great. Because my mom taught GED students, by the way, when I was growing up. So I didn't have a negative connotation of it at all. But yeah, some people, this is another good thing to point out, Sarah. Sometimes in the tech community, probably more times than other communities, you run into some harshness, some pecking order people that, the only way to make themselves feel better is to put others down. And I've even seen the sweetest people turn into the most toxic people, because our arts, our communities that we work in and our jobs can be so harsh. And I said, don't buy into it. Just find a way to get healing, find a good community, keep staying positive, keep focusing on the joy of the growth and learning, and ignore the harshness. Even when someone gives you harsh feedback, think, okay, I hear the harshness, but is there some truth there I can glean and grow from? Okay, I'll take that. And
it does take a lot of confidence, though, when someone tries to knock your feet out from underneath you and to just stand there, stand strong, know who you are, know what you want and how you want to be positive, and to not respond to that negativity. It takes a lot of maturity and a lot of confidence.
I haven't met a human that's willing to get into data science yet who can't do it. It's, when I think of the kind of crap that Angela had to go through when she shares it. And I know I didn't go through as much crap, but when I think through the crap I had to go through, at times the discouraging moments where I felt put down or belittled by someone else, thought, well, okay, I'll just keep going, and I'm glad I did, because I love what I do. I love what we do, these arts that we learn and practice. But, please don't worry if you don't know it all, because no one does. And it's interesting, even these advanced AI researchers at OpenAI, for example, they're people too. I suspect they feel at times like, I can't believe I just did this research with this team when I still don't know this stuff. I think we all feel that way. There's just so much.
It takes like a certain level of confidence too to admit you don't know something.
Yes.
And there are a lot of things I don't know. And I've been doing this almost a decade. And I was still there's a lot of things I don't know. But I want to go out and I want to learn it. And I want to be passionate about it. I want to teach others. And
and you grow so much faster when you have that spirit you just communicated.
And you join a community of other people that are going in that same direction. Those 5 people that are all heading hopefully in that direction that are in your life.
I've seen a person do this where they saw their local community being inwardly harsh at times, and they pointed it out. That was a good, brave thing to do. I've never had to do it yet inside Integrated, but I think probably a time will arrive where I have to say, hey, guys, that's not us. Don't do that. But it can be said. I think we need to remind each other, too, though, when we see someone acting that way, it's really a poor mechanism to try to think more highly of themselves by putting someone else down. But even that person's doing it because of bad modeling or a past injury, and we can take some courage from that, but also some compassion toward the bullies and the toxic individuals.
One thing my mom taught me is hurt people hurt people.
It's so true.
They just pass on their hurt. And
if you can go gently point that out to one of them, it's been my experience. People will say, Thom, you're such a nice guy. Do you ever get angry? Oh, if you want to see me get angry, try to browbeat one of my mentees, one of my non-legal children. And it made me laugh on a show I was on. And they said, okay, Thom, why are you laughing? And I said, because I turn into this big mama grizzly bear when that happened. But then I realized, well, you know what? That's not so true anymore. I'll actually private message him and say, hey, you seem to be upset about something. What's going on? And there's only been one time I didn't end up making a friend that way, of someone who was almost near trolling either one of my mentees or myself on LinkedIn. But the times where it didn't result in a friendship, they just ran away too. So why am I sharing that? I just mean to say, I think one of the best things we can do as technologists is start to kindly confront this when we see it. Because if it doesn't exist anymore, we'll all grow faster and better.
I mean, that sounds cheesy, but reach out in love and be kind, because that's one of the best way to heal a hurt person is with kindness. But
it may sound cheesy, but even Dennis Rothman really emphasizes this for the same reasons we're talking about. So yeah, it's not just us little cheesy data scientists that say it. Even the great Dennis Rothman will say it too.
Thanks for listening to Sarah in Tech. Feel free to email me at sarah@sarahinTech.net or follow me on Instagram @sarahinTech. Hope you enjoyed listening.